right, shifting our focus, viewers, over 40 lives were lost in the Karur Stampede, a stampede that unfolded at a political event which was held under the banner of actor Vijay's party. A month later, the man who was at the center of it all finally decided to meet with the families. But here's the reality. The families weren't visited in their homes, in their residences, in their villages, where they lost everything. They were summoned to a luxury resort near Chennai. 50 rooms were booked, transport arranged, a carefully curated closed-door meeting. This is not compassion. This is choreography. This is not grief. This is a political set piece. A man who couldn't make time to stand with the victims in their darkest hour now walks into a five-star venue to script his solidarity moment. The families are still hurting. They have several questions. The kin of those who lost their lives have been called to a resort. Not a single step into their doorstep. And this is supposed to be solidarity. Let me go across to my colleague Dharni, where she has in fact been tracking this entire visit, this meeting. She's outside the very resort where Vijay is meeting with the family members of the victims. Dharni, what is happening there? While there has been a lot of criticism against Vijay for not reaching out to the family members of the victims, we now have 1 month later Vijay meeting with them.
Well, the stampede happened on the 27th of September and today is 27th of October. So exactly 1 month after the tragedy, today TVK Chief Vijay is currently meeting the families of the Karur Stampede victims. In fact, behind me is the private convention center in Mahabalipuram in the outskirts of Chennai, where this meeting is currently unfolding. A total of 37 families have come to this particular venue, and Vijay has almost met all of them. And as the families are meeting Vijay, the DMK continues its attack towards TVK and Vijay. The DMK says that Vijay is being a work-from-home politician and that Vijay lacks compassion and empathy. The DMK accuses Vijay of not being there for his cadre and that he is behaving like a king. DMK spokesperson Salem Dharmedharan, while speaking to Times Now, he says that this is the first time in the political history of Tamil Nadu, a political leader, he is bringing the families of stampede victims to his location rather than him going to their location, and he's meeting them. This is something that is unprecedented and unacceptable is what the DMK says at this point. On the other hand, TVK has their own justifications. TVK says that Vijay in fact intended to go to Karur. He wanted to meet these families in Karur, but unfortunately they couldn't find appropriate venues for the same. And there were also difficulties in getting police permissions. That is why the last moment they had to resort to this option. That is why they had to decide to bring these families all the way from their respective place of residence to Chennai is what TVK says on their side. So the war of words between DMK and TVK continues. But on the other hand, here the meeting is currently unfolding. It has been going on for the past 3 hours, and at least 30 families they've so far met Vijay, and we are given to understand that Vijay is meeting each of these families individually. He is spending time with them individually. At least 10 to 15 minutes are being spent with each one of these families individually. Some families they've sought TVK's help with their girl children's marriage. Others have sought help in their children's education and jobs. And TVK has promised to fulfill all of these requests. Vijay has told that he'll be taking care of their family's needs, all the basic needs such as jobs, education, girl children marriage, all these basic necessities. Okay. All these will be taken care of by the TVK is what Vijay has assured to these families. So that is a promise that is being given by Mr. Vijay to the grieving families. But let's wait and see how the political discourse of this event unfolds in the coming days, because it's a very politically sensitive matter. Vijay is yet to resume his yatra post the stampede. Now that this meeting is happening today, he is expected to resume his campaign, the political campaign yatra, from next week. So we have to wait and see how the political discourse of this whole thing is getting laid down in the coming days.
Absolutely, Dharni. Even as this political war of words continues, Vijay is meeting with the families, and of course he is assuring them all the kind of help that he can do to them, and he can help with in their daily lives as well. Dharni, I'll keep coming back to you for the latest from Chennai. Right now, viewers, let's move on and get you other updates. The Chief Justice of India, Bhushan Ramakrishna Gavai, or Justice B.R. Gavai, has recommended to the centre the name of Justice Surya Kant as the next Chief Justice of India. Justice Surya, the second senior-most Supreme Court judge after the incumbent CJI, is set to become the 53rd Chief Justice on the 24th of November after CJI Gavai's retirement on the 23rd of November. Now remember, CJI Gavai, who was sworn in on the 14th of May this year, recommended to the Union Law Ministry to appoint Justice Surya as the next CJI. So remember, this is coming in, as far as the seniority is concerned, Justice Surya is next in line to become the 53rd CJI. And as per procedure, now Justice Gavai has written to the Law Ministry, to the government, recommending Justice Surya Kant's name. Now, Justice Surya is somebody who hails from a small village in Haryana, and he is also set to become the next CJI next month. Remember, he will also be the country's first Haryana CJI. Let me go across to Harish, my colleague, getting us more on this. Harish, Justice Surya being recommended by the incumbent CJI. Get us more details from this letter that has been written by Justice Gavai to the centre.
Yes, that's right. Transition time at the helm of the Indian judiciary. The incumbent Chief Justice B.R. Gavai, who will retire on November 23rd, following the procedure of the appointment of judges, has written to the centre recommending the name of the second senior-most judge in the Supreme Court, Justice Surya as the next CJI, as his successor, which means that once the centre notifies the recommendation, Justice Surya will go on to become India's 53rd Chief Justice of India, and is expected to be sworn in on November 24th, and he will have a tenure till February 9th. That is a tenure of around 14 months, 1 year and 2 months. And as you rightly said, first he hails from Hisar in Haryana, and he will become the first person to become a Chief Justice of India from Haryana. And coming to the big judgments, big cases he has heard, at present he is heading the bench which is examining the constitutional validity of also petition seeking scrapping of the Bihar Special Intensive Revision of Electoral Rolls. Despite vehement requests by the petitioners, he had in fact refused to stay the publication of the draft rolls and also the final rolls. He was also part of the bench which had upheld the abrogation of Article 3.
Several prominent cases that he's been part of, Harish. We'll have to, of course, wait and watch for the 24th of November when the new CJI will be sworn in. Thank you very much for joining us at the moment.